ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا وسندنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا 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 أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولكل أمة جعلنا منسكا ليذكروا اسم الله على ما رزقهم من بهيمة الأنعام صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك لمن الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Respected brothers, elders, mothers and sisters listening at home, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in the Quran, in the ayah which I have just recited in the khutbah, وَلِكُلِّ أُمَّةٍ جَعَلْنَا مَنْسَكًا. There was a form of sacrifice for every nation. لِيَذْكُرُوا اسْمَ اللَّهِ, so that Allah's name could be mentioned. عَلَى مَا رَزَقَهُم مِّن بَهِيمَةِ الْأَنْعَامِ, from that which we have given you from the animals. فَإِلَهُكُمْ إِلَهُ وَاحِدٌ. Remember, your Lord and their Lord is the same Lord. It's the same Allah. فَلَهُ أَسْلِمُوا, so therefore submit yourself to it. وَبَشِّرِ الْمُخْبِتِينَ, those that follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those that are happy with the decision and command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give them good news. मालूम हुआ कि कुर्बानी हर उम्मत पर थी, कैफियत अहकाम मुख्तलिफ थे. From here we find out that Qurbani was there before this ummah, sacrifice was there before this ummah, but kayfiyat, ahkam, rulings, they were a bit different. Even to the extent when we go to Sayyidina Adam alayhi salatu wassalam, his children were asked to give Qurbani, and they did. And that is where the envy started. यहाँ तक कि हज़रत आदम अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम के औलाद को भी कहा गया था कि कुर्बानी दो, और उन्होंने जब अपना माल अल्लाह के राह में दे दिया तो उस वक्त अहकाम मुख्तलिफ थे, तरीक़ा कार मुख्तलिफ था, लेकिन ये ज़रूरी है, लाजिम है कि उस वक्त भी कुर्बानी देना लाजिम था. और कुर्बानी देते वक्त अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त का नाम बुलंद हो. At the time of sacrifice, to elevate and to scream, to say, to make sure everywhere the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is heard. That's why in these days we continuously say Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, wa illahil hamd. To such an extent, if we were to sacrifice an animal by not mentioning the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is not done. It is not valid. That animal does not remain halal for me. Although that dirty blood has come out, but it must be slaughtered with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala being mentioned on that animal. अगर मैं जानवर को अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त के नाम को बुलंद करना, अगर मैं जानवर को ज़बाह कर दूं बगैर अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त का नाम लिए हुए, तो वो कुर्बानी नहीं होगी, वो ज़बीहा हलाल ही नहीं होगा. तो मकसद अल्लाह रब्बुल इज्जत का नाम बुलंद करना, लियज़कुरु इस्मल्लाह अला मा रज़क़हुम मिन बहीमतिल अनआम फ़इलाहुकुम इलाहु वाहिद। इसमें दो तरीके से we can look at this in a separate way. One is your Lord and the Lord of the previous nations is the same Allah. That same Allah that gave them the command to sacrifice, that same Allah has given you the command to sacrifice. Or you can look at it, you know this animal that has been sacrificed or that is getting sacrificed. Don't worry, Allah is that animal's Rabb as well, and He is also your Rabb. That animal's job at this time is to let itself be sacrificed in the name of Allah. And your job at this time is to sacrifice this animal. You may not like it. You may find it difficult. But right now, Islam is submission. I have submitted, I have surrendered myself, my wish, my desires, my thoughts, my feelings, everything to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded me, slaughter an animal, now I will do it. Even if I don't like it. But remember, Allah is the Lord of that animal as well. He is the Lord, He is your Lord as well. He is that same God that made it compulsory upon previous nations as well. And Allah, the one who has created you, the one who has created the animal, the one who has created the previous nations, He does not do dhulm. He does not oppress anyone. So just remember, when you're slaughtering and you feel a bit difficult, Allah is the Lord of this animal as well. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, when he was given a command to slaughter, it wasn't the animal. He was given a command to slaughter his own son. Imagine that went through. Imagine that went through. And nowadays we had to slaughter our sons. Or our beloved child, the one we love the most. Can anyone imagine? हमारा अपना बच्चा अपने हाथों से उसको ज़बह करना, अल्लाह कितना रहम करने वाला, कितना प्यार, कितनी मोहब्बत करने वाली ज़ात है। ये कह दिया भाई किसी जानवर को ज़बह कर दो, और गोश्त मकसद नहीं है। नहीं यनाल अल्लाह लुहुमुहा वला दिमाउहा, अल्लाह के पास न इसका गोश्त पहुंचता है और न इसका खून, कोई परवाह ही नहीं है। जो आपके अंदर तक़वा है, जो आपके अंदर ये मानना है कि अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त का हुक्म है, इसको मैंने बजा लाना है, इस पर आपको अजर मिलेगा। Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not get the parcel of your meat which you slaughter, of that animal, that meat of that animal. Neither does the blood get transferred up to the heavens to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No, it's not like that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He cares about the taqwa that's within you, that eagerness of fulfilling the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and for this person is rewarded. For this person is rewarded. Who can think slaughtering my own child? Who can think? When our child falls, I was telling the class students the other day, I go, listen, you guys think you guys get hurt and you're feeling the pain. But what you don't understand, those that love you, those that care about you, they feel that pain far more worse than you do. If a child is involved in an accident, the father, physically, he has not been hurt. But you will see tears coming out of his eyes. You will see his heart is not at ease. Why? He feels that pain more than that child does. But this pain, this kills the father. And that child, that pain he's going through is physical. He's just hurting because his body's gone through something. But the father's pain is internal. The mother's pain is internal. So they're like, oh, Ustad, you took prayers. Why waffling for? कह दिए बच्चों को कि भाई आप लोग ये समझते हो कि हमें तकलीफ हुई है, तो आपके जो आपको चाहने वाले हैं, जो आपसे मोहब्बत करते हैं, जो आप पर मेहरबान है, दिन रात आप पर लुटा दिया, वो असल में अल्लाह ने कहा है खुलिक़ल इंसानु दईफ़ा। Allah has made this human being, इंसान को कमज़ोर बनाया है। तो इसकी कमज़ोरी का हाल इससे लगाया जाए कि जब ये इंसान बिल्कुल ज़बरदस्त सेहतमंद है, लेकिन इसके औलाद को कुछ हो गया तो ये बेचैन हो जाता है। तो मैंने बच्चों से कहा क्लास में कि यार देखो, आपको जो चाहने वाले हैं ना, उनको ज़्यादा तकलीफ़ होती है। आपको देखकर वालिदैन इस हाल में आपको देखकर वो कोई पार्क में घूम रहे नहीं होते, न उन पे कोई मज़े घूम रहे होते, वो बहुत बुरे हाल में होते हैं, टेंशन में होते हैं, और दिल बहुत बेचैन होता है, बेकरार होता है। उस्ताद ये भी फेंक रहे हो, ये भी फेंक रहे हो। So you get this as well. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves me and you so much that He told Ibrahim alayhi salatu wa salam to test him. But then that same Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you know what? An animal. Slaughter this animal for the sake of Allah. Until date, that animal is being slaughtered. Now people question, why slaughter an animal for? This is so much dhulm. And some people say animals are going to finish this. Allah ke bando, a female dog gives so many children, they are unknown. We can't find them. They're very rare on streets, unless you go to if you go to Pakistan, you'll get chased by some as well. But a goat, a cow, they are slaughtered in large amount of numbers. But there are so many in numbers. They still exist. From here we find out in halal there is barakah. In halal there is barakah. Allah has put barakah in halal. And the other thing is, those that eat steak throughout the year, they have an issue with getting an animal slaughtered on Eid days. They can munch away the KFC and everything, but when it comes to Eid days, hey, क्या कर रहे हो? किसी गरीब को खिला दो, किसी और को कोई और फायदा पहुंच जाए। यहाँ असल, the main thing is, it's the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. My feelings are nothing. Allahu Akbar. Allah's command comes first, it is the greatest. My feelings are nothing. And if someone is so worried that all poor people could have been benefited, send the meat there. Send the meat there. And if that is just the case, Allah has given us the command to take care of the poor and the needy. But does that command just start kicking in when it's Eid days? No, it's throughout the year this command exists. ये जो हुक्म अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त की तरफ से है, गरीबों का साथ देना, ये सिर्फ ईद के अय्याम में नहीं है, ये साल भर के लिए है। और हमने इसको खास कर दिया ताकि एक दूसरे हुक्म से understand, as a Muslim, I should know and I should understand what my Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from me at that current situation. At that current situation, at that current time, which hukum is it that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me to fulfill? And in the hadith, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has mentioned, Sayyidatina Aisha radiyallahu anha, she narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has mentioned, ما عمل آدمي من عمل يوم النحر أحب إلى الله من إهراق الدم. That there is no action that the Adami, meaning the human, they do on Yawm al-Nahr, on the day of Eid, أحب إلى الله, that is so beloved to Allah than sacrificing an animal. إهراق الدم, flowing the blood of the animal. إِنَّهُ لَيَأْتِي يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. This animal will come on the day of judgment. بِقُرُونِهَا وَأَشْعَارِهَا وَأَضْلَافِهَا. This animal will come on the day of judgment with its horns, with its hair, and with its hooves. Will come with that. Khoro ke saath, balo ke saath, singo ke saath. Ye aayega, and this animal will be weighed, and this person, he will be rewarded. And the other thing is, وَإِنَّ الدَّمَ لَيَقَعُ مِنَ اللَّهِ بِمَكَانٍ قَبْلَ أَن يَقَعَ مِنَ الْأَرْضِ. This person, he is forgiven. It is accepted. This Qurbani is accepted before the blood even falls on the floor. فَطِيبُوا بِهَا نَفْسًا. Therefore, when you do it with love, do it with passion, do it with, proper energy. Don't just do it, Qurbani. The other thing is, Qurbani, it is nazil upon a person that is sane, that is baligh, that is a Muslim, and he has gone through the nisab. Now for the nisab of Qurbani, it is not necessary like the nisab of zakat that the entire year has to go past. Even if a person becomes a malik of nisab on the third day, remember Qurbani can be done 3 days. On the third day, that person should do Qurbani. अगर तीसरे दिन भी इंसान के पास वो निसाब का मालिक बन जाता है, उसको कुर्बानी करनी चाहिए. Another thing is we should do Qurbani after our Salatul Eid. हम कुर्बानी जो करनी चाहिए वो ईद नमाज के बाद. तो एक मसला याद रखिए, हम में से अक्सर लोग पीछे ममालिक में कुर्बानी करते हैं, और कभी कभार ये मौका पेश आता है कि उनकी नमाज ईद एक ही दिन हुई और उनकी नमाज हमारे बाद या हमसे पहले हो गई. ये मुमकिन होता है कि एक दिन ईद हुई और पाकिस्तान में ईद की नमाज हमसे पहले हो गई, उन्होंने ज़बह कर दिया. मसला तो ये है, मसला इज़ कि जहाँ पर कुर्बानी हो रही है उस जगह का एतबार किया जाएगा. लेकिन एहतियात इसमें यह है कि कुर्बानी 3 दिन तक हो सकती है. अपना नमाज पहले पढ़कर उनको फिर इतला दी जाए कि हमारा नमाज हो चुका है, अब आप हमारा वाला ज़बीहा कर. एहतियात इसमें यह है. One thing, I'll just mention this in English as well, that normally what we do is most of us, we do our Qurbani back home. And there does come a time where Eid Salah over there back home takes place earlier than our Salah. The fatwa is that you will take into account the location. In that location if Eid Salah is done, it is fine. That's the fatwa. But to be on the safe side, it is better. Remember, Qurbani can be done for 3 days. It is better for the person to first read his Eid Salah and then inform them back home कि भाई आप दिन में ईद सलाह नहीं कर सोचा our animal. And not everything has to make sense. There was a person who was walking in the farm and he seen a tree, and in that tree, strong tree, small mangoes hanging from the tree. And he's like, they call such a big strong tree and such small tiny mangoes. And then he's walking in that same farm and he's seeing some big strong vegetables. But the plant for that, because they grow underground, proper weak. So he's like, this makes no sense, this makes no sense. We have this mindset in religion as well now. It makes no sense. So what happened, he was walking and the mango fell off that tree and it hit his head. And he's like, Ya Allah, tera shukar hai ki ye chota aam tha. वो फल की तरह बड़ा नहीं था, वरना मेरा तो कचुम्बर निकल जाता. Not everything has to make sense. तो कभी कभार ये होता है اللہ رب العزت سننے سے زیادہ عمل کی توفیق نصیب فرمائے.